Yeah, welcome back to today's lecture. Last week or last lecture, we talked about pages in web design. We talk about widget. We talk about plugins. Talk about themes, how we use them. So today we are going to continue from where we stopped. So today we'll be looking at customizing WordPress using page builder, advanced theme, customize advanced themes customization. Then we'll talk about our projects, the project that we'll be doing after this lecture. So I believe we can customizing WordPress using Elementor page builder. So this is the first thing we'll be looking at, and at the end of this lecture we'll be able to install and activate Elementor. Then we'll use Elementor to build a simple web page, then add and customize Elementor. Add and customize Elementor. So let's get started. What is a page builder? So this is what we'll be looking at firstly. Since we have already known the meaning of page, now we want to know the meaning of page builder. Page builder is a tool that helps you to design web page. This particular design does not mean that you should know how to code. It is basically mean that you can design without coding by using dragging and dropping elements, like using of text, using of images and video without writing any code at all. So before we can do this, we have the most popular one thing that helps us in doing this. That is one popular page builder. It is known as Elementor. Elementor works like a Canva, or we can simply mean that it works like a PowerPoint. It is used for easy and visual things. So you can use it to create a beautiful layout for home page, about us, contact us, and more. That is Elementor. So how do we install this Elementor? These are the basic steps that we need to take to install Elementor. The first thing here, you log into WordPress dashboard. So on your left hand side, you see where, or you locate plugins, then you click on add new. So this next step is step 3. In the search bar at the top right corner, you now type Elementor. Click on it. That's the first step. Click on it, then you now install it. After installation, you need to activate it and start using it. So this is the steps on the screen that we will need to take before we can start building our web page. So let's use this one as a basic example that we are asked to create a basic page using Elementor. So we have 9 steps that we need to do before we can say we have created a new page. The first step is, again, you go to your dashboard, you click on page, then you add new, because you are dealing with page. So if it is post, you go to post, but this one is saying page. So you give your page a new name, like giving it a title: my first page, my first practical, my about us, like that. So you click on the blue button to edit with Elementor. So after you have done that, then you have to like open and add new section using big plus. So that means when your Elementor is open, you click on a big plus sign to add a new section. This particular section can be footer, can be sidebar, can be we have footer, we have sidebar, and we have navigation bar. So the next step is to create a layout grid. So you choose one column, either right or left or the rest. From the left panel, you drag the heading widget into your section so that you can use it to create your headings. So the next step, which is number 7, is to change the text to something like "Welcome to my website," or "This website belongs to so person," just a sample. Then step 8, you drag into text editor. You drag text editor widget and write a few lines about yourself. Then lastly, you can add image widget, or you even upload image from your library. So these are the steps that we need to take before we can start creating our page using WordPress. So I want to believe that you have created your first custom page with Elementor. So the next thing now you need to do something for me is to what? I want you to create your own page. Use Elementor to add a heading, a paragraph of text, and an image. So briefly and quickly do this one so that you can have your understanding, you can move around the use of Elementor. So the next thing we are going to be talking about is advanced theme customization. Advanced theme customization. This one is no longer talking about plugins, it's talking about themes. When talking about themes, is what makes your website look beautiful. So at the end of this season, at the end of this lecture, so you will be able to what? Change your WordPress theme settings using the customizer. You can add menu widget and change site color. So let's start with this first step. We have 3 steps that we are going to use for this theme customizer. So in your dashboard, that's the first step. Under this, we have some points that you need to do. In your dashboard, you need to locate and click on appearance. That is where we can customize themes. You open it as live preview with editing tools. Under this place, we are expected to be able to do site identity, to change colors, and to work on your menus and widgets. So when you talk about site identity, that is change your website title and taglines. You can change it. You can change the color of your background. You can equally change the color of your menus and recreate another menus. Then adding a widget as a footer or sidebar, like text or search bar. So it is possible under these first steps. So let's move on to the next step, which is step 2. We will now customize our site. So we are expected to customize our site under these steps. So under the site identity, you can try to change your title name or brand. you are customizing. You can edit, you can change, you can add. So under color, you can pick another background or adding colors, just like the same way we have done before. Under the menus, you can click and create new menus. You can decide to change it to add items, home, about, or contact us. Then under the widget, you can add a text widget in the footer, that is beneath your website or web page. You can decide to add copied, or you put your name and the brand of your company. So lastly, on step 3 is by using CSS to customize your theme. So if you are the type that knows more about coding, so you can decide to use CSS instead of dragging and dropping method. So if you know it very well, it is very easy. If you look at the code on the screen now, it's pointing to some selectors. So if you are the type that are just new to CSS, there's something we call CSS, that is cascading style sheet. It's a kind of coding that we use. They call it style, not even coding, but you can still call it a code because it's not a dragging. So it's a kind of coding that we use in customizing our website, making it changing of color, just like the one we have done under the step 1 and step 2. But this time around, we are using coding. If you look at it here, you see something like body, then we see some properties and values. So this particular code now is pointing to body selector. So you are trying to change the color to this color code. So if you run it, you can see the background we are trying to use. This color code can be changed to normal color like black, blue, red, depending on how you understand your code. Then H1, this particular tag now, we are tagging everything that we have as our headings. We have 6 headings. So we have H1 to H6. So anything that we create, or it will locate everywhere that it sees anything like H1. Then try to change the font family and the color of the text. So having said that, so after you have already done everything, then you have to click on publish. Then you are good to go. So in a summary, CSS lets you to customize your theme without touching your main files. So at the end of this course, I've prepared for you this particular project. So your final teaching task. That means, or we call it final task. So I gave you one task before. That one is just a classwork. So this one, you are going to do it and submit it to our link. You build a custom page using Elementor. Then number 2, you customize your theme with your own title, menus, and color. Do remember where to go to. Follow all the steps provided above and give us a meaningful solution. So don't forget to subscribe, follow for more videos like this, or for inquiry you can call the numbers on the screen.